I'd probably get a lot of,
Yeah,
probably
probably.
sell some of those things.
Yeah, let's watch these two guys destroy their lives. Yo, what's up, vlog? So, I haven't done one of these. Actually, my last vlog, I think, was when you were on rotation with me, or at least right after. That's
So a
been,
solid year ago.
yeah, basically. No, July.
July.
When were you, June?
That was June.
Okay, so not a year.
Okay.
11 months.
11 months.
Don't round up. Make me sound like a slacker. No, so I'm going to try to do a little bit more vlogging with Cole now that he's finally done with school.
Yeah, I can hold the camera.
No. So we'll get another intern.
Exactly.
And do a little bit more vlogging, show some of the kind of stuff behind the scenes that we're working on. Most of you are going to think this is pretty stupid at first, and I think that's fine. I think it's kind of stupid too, just in the interest of full disclosure. But on the crazy chance that this actually works out and some of these secret projects that we're working on actually take off, then I'd like to have these videos, these vlogs, whatever you want to call them, for a couple of years down the road, so we can kind of look back and show students the steps we took to get to where we hopefully will be. Hopefully we won't be homeless and I'll have to show them those steps.
Right. Well, then we won't even have a camera.
If you want to lose your career, you do that.
This is how you do it.
Either way.
I'd probably get a lot of,
Yeah,
probably
probably.
sell some of those things.
Yeah, let's watch these two guys destroy their lives. Actually, probably would sell more, honestly.
Right.
Something to consider.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, we're going to, right now, we're obviously focusing big time on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's been going tremendously better than I ever imagined 4 or 5 months out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's awesome. I think right now we just recorded our 21st episode.
21st
We're meeting
episode.
up once or twice a week whenever we can, recording, releasing them soon after. Sometimes it takes an hour, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 hours, but we're cranking it out.
trying to improve each episode too. We got
Yeah.
more lighting coming in tomorrow.
Yep.
Better camera, better lenses, better microphones. These bad boys are my favorite thing
Oh, yeah.
on the planet.
Of all the stuff that you got, and these are definitely the best.
They're and in case you're wondering, like, well, how did you stumble upon those microphones? I literally Googled what microphone does Joe Rogan use in his podcast, and then
Oh, Joe Rogan. I thought it was Gary Vee.
Gary Vee uses them too. But
Okay.
the first one was Joe Rogan because he's got just such
So
a
both
huge-
of them use. So these
both
are
of them
definitely the
use same one.
best.
These are obviously the best.
Oh, yeah.
It's a done deal.
Oh, yeah.
It's evidence based at this point.
Next,
And,
we just need the soundboards on the side, so there's no echo. And just
See,
be perfect.
Cole's starting to. At first, he was like, "No, let's just be frugal." I was like, "That's not the move.
That's not the move. Spend as much money as possible.
We have zero money coming in. It just makes sense from an economic standpoint."
Oh,
No, Cole's good for keeping me in check because I start going crazy and talking about all kinds of nonsense, and he brings me back.
I'm reeling
first.
on
You
it.
gotta reel me in.
Reeling them on in.
But so podcast, obviously trying to improve it. We did our first Instagram live podcast tonight, and it failed miserably. So we couldn't. The guest we had on via distance recording was
Yeah.
couldn't hear him apparently. So it was just basically a live feed of me and Cole staring at the computer.
Going,
Well, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
It was probably not the most interesting thing. So whatever.
So maybe
Live
for
and
the
learn.
next live one, we'll either do just me and Mike, or we'll get an in-house guest to
Yeah.
try it out. So
hopefully that'll be a thing. We can start going live on like multiple platforms. That way we can answer questions in real time. The other things we're trying to figure out how we can do show notes for
Yeah.
the podcast. Figure out how we can kind of make these podcasts in written form so that you guys have something to study with. For those of you who are students that are watching our podcast, what else are we working on?
I got some secret projects that
Yes.
involve Alexa briefings and skills. We also have some literature that we're working on, and those are
French?
basic or European, somewhere over there.
Something I don't speak.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the two big ones. We're trying to pick something and really just knock it out quickly, hopefully. But for now, we're continuing the podcast content. Mike's continuing Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Alexa, podcast, everything else, content. So just rolling on.
Pretty excited about Alexa too, because even though it's still very small,
Still nascent. Yeah.
it's if you search medicine especially if you look under average customer view or average customer review, rather not view, then I think we're number 2 So that's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Who's
and
number one?
He's I can't remember the guy's name. It's like Dr. Steve something. I think he does.
Does he have a
like,
lot of reviews?
Medicine. He has a ton of reviews, and I think he comes from like a big podcast or something.
Yeah.
I haven't looked him up, but I think he's been at it for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think pharmacy were number one for if you look under average customer reviews. If you search just under relevance, it switches all the time. And I haven't really figured out the
Whatever that means.
algorithm or whatever they use
Yeah.
to figure that out. But whatever, there's only like 17 searches. We also have video flash briefings now, which is cool. But yeah, working on a bunch of stuff.
Yep. Still got YouTube videos up.
YouTube videos.
Pushing YouTube as we can, but it's hard to advertise with YouTube and get it out there. But at least the video is out there for people who want to watch that as opposed to audio. And then Mike's working on blogs. Didn't we just get the podcast on a new place today?
Yes. Radio Public, I think it's called.
What's that?
Dude, I don't know. I just found them randomly. So
Just a podcast platform.
It's a platform. Yeah, it's a free pod. It's for free to download podcasts. So I applied to have it on there, and they were like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, we're working on a new bad data medical journal where we'll publish all the bad data out there.
Yeah. See podcast episode 21 for that
Right.
terrible idea. Actually, I think that's a good idea. But
It's actually
I think it's the
interesting,
next
but
big thing.
Yeah.
Gosh, so many things we're working on.
So many things.
A sticker pack for iMessage.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been talking about that for literally like almost a year, and I'm finally like almost done with actually doing that.
Any more updates with getting that done? Or is it kind of the same as it
I'm
was?
like one or two. I could do it now, but I'm like one or two away. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get more, so when I put it out there, I don't have to mess with it for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's so low on the priority sheet.
Right. Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's still kind of funny, so I'm trying to get it out there. But yeah, so we're gonna show you a couple clips here in just a second from when we were working on our secret project. But so you'll get to see a little bit of that. But some of these vlogs, bear with us. We're just showing you some kind of behind the scenes stuff, and don't hate on us too bad. I'm just kidding. It's okay. Go ahead and hate on us. All right, you guys. Thanks. So how in depth do you think we should go with should we add like a few sentences about each if we say race 2, they compared,
We'll tease it out as we put it.
actually
in there.
type it in.
But I think that the main changes that we're making, we should put a few sentences, and then we can't put a few sentences about all these freaking things. So we'll put a few sentences about the main things we're changing in the big trial, and then we'll also say it might be corroborated by this trial. Go look
Okay.
at it yourself, you lazy people.
Yeah. Just like that.
Or
Boom.
it just depends on the length and what the trial, what it's looking like.
Yeah. Well, because I'm thinking even a sentence. So race 2 compared 80 versus 110.
Yeah,
And 110 was shown to be just as effective.
Right. So
end of, and then say the year in the journal. Just
Sure.
we can,
So basically,
quote it.
we're giving our recommendation and citing the trial. So within that, we're talking about the trial, right? So we'll say we're going to make his goal less than 110, race 2. We're going to take him off trenetazone because it increases mortality and heart failure. Andromeda,
Yeah. And that, because the other guy we were looking at that did something similar that was a lot more basic, he didn't quote
quote crap.
anything,
It was just his anecdote.
So let's also include a couple labs with him and say his potassium is a 3.4.
Well, then wouldn't we recommend not doing a thiazide then?
Well, or let's say 3.7. So it's not low, but
Down there.
we're going to give him quethaldone, and that's when we can
SHIP
talk
trial.
about the SHIP trial.
Do a little shit. There you go.
I like it. You're reading the play, Cole.
Reading the play.
Dr. Swanson's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Give me the best book ever written by mankind. I'm dead serious. This is going to change lives.
It might actually. I wonder if we've saved lives. You think so?
Probably not, but maybe.
Probably not.
You know what? I'm going to tell myself I have.
You're right.
Daily.
We'll assume that.
I'm basically, am I a hero? I can't really say, but yeah.
What's up? Elena keeps us on task.
Yeah, so
Let's do over here. We'll
That
do.
old lady
Let's just
thing.
go ahead and start off with diabetes.
all right.
So we currently have Lantus. Which,
Yes.
Are we okay with keeping on for now?
Yes. He's at 9, so that's fine. But we're going to add on metformin. Yeah, and there is a metformin, an old school metformin ER 500.
Right.
Not 1,000, but 500. So
You could do 2 500s.
2 500s twice a day.
Those are the 3 things from Del Rio.
And then so we'll mention that in the home trial, when they added metformin to Lantus, we did not see a difference in the primary outcome, which was the composite of the two microvascular and macro and micro. But we did, when we separated everything out, we saw significant reduction in macrovascular, and the number needed to treat was like as low as like 9 or 16.
Maybe that's what he was saying. Maybe he said how they if you separate it out, there is a significant difference in macrovascular. But then if you look at how they define macrovascular, it's all this it's like a whole bunch of stuff, and they include like retinopathy. They include a lot of things that aren't macrovascular.
Macro. Will you pull home?
That is, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Okay, so we got macrovascular. We have a decrease in A1C of 0.4, but they were actually trying to keep the A1Cs similar. So they weren't even trying to lower the A1C necessarily, because they were more looking at cardiovascular outcomes. They had I think it's a 3 kilogram decrease, or less. They had weight gain, but there was 3 kilograms less in the metformin group. It's either 3 to 6. I can't remember exactly what the number is, so we'll figure it out.
Insulin requirements were decreased.
Was 19 units a day less with metformin.
That's home.
So that makes a good case, I think, for adding metformin. Plus, it's the first line of therapy for.
Plus legacy effect.
Yeah.
But there's some other things we can mention. We're probably not going to mention all that, like UKPDS and all that kind of stuff. Less weight gain.
Less weight gain. And we could mention UKPDS actually, because it showed that. No, because then we're getting into the A1C goals. We'll save that for later.
Okay, so we got Lantus and metformin.
That's probably not going to be enough to get them to goal.
Right.
So we would need to add on a prandial coverage.
Right. So we're not going to consider just cutting the Lantus and doing GLP-1. That probably wouldn't get him there.
I would think that the Lantus would stay on. Then we'd add prandial since he's at 9.
Do you want to add the metformin first and then do the prandial later, or go ahead and do some prandial?
Yeah, I mean we could do that, and then
we could just say consider
adding a third agent.
Because you're probably only going to get a point, maybe a little less than a point.